Welcome back, guildies. And I hope everybody is having a great day, heroes. Alright. Let's get this pulled. Boop. There we go. Let's clear out all this nonsense. Bam. Alright. So, just to let you know, I did do a little bit of stuff off camera. Bags are emptied out. We did a little bit of tailoring, so we got it up. We did some enchanting, got it up. Interesting. So yeah, we did some things. We're going to be working on dungeons today. We're going to be working on some more quests, getting some more of our professions up when we can. But while we wait for dungeons, we're going to be working on getting quests done so that we can find a place to start farming for wool so we can get tailoring up. Somebody was nice enough to give us a ton of materials for the next. So, like, after wool is silk, and we now have a ton of silk, and then after that, I think is rune cloth. Alright, here we go. That was nice. Pop that on him. Boom. And like our tank right now is a Star Caller tank. No, Witch Hunter tank. Let's get my mana back up. Boom. Pop this. Come on. Okay, pop you, pop you. Hit this. Get more damage going. I really wish they would stop taking stuff out of my AoE. It makes it very tough to get damage up if the things that I have to do in order to get my damage up, they're taking them out of said area. Reaper's doing phenomenal. Granted, Reaper's level 59. Ah, this is good. There we go. Come on. You got this. I got faith in you. This one shunner is doing a phenomenal job to... There we go. We're almost leveled to 26, which is nice. Boom, boom. Alright, there we go. Oi! Yes, yes, RDK, you are first. I didn't know that was something people were trying to do, but yes, you are the first one. Alright. Alright, first dungeon done. And we leveled, so let's pop our book here. Fourth Lightning is at 27. Shock is at 29. Okay, so we've got a while before we get any new skills. The problem is this is saying that we have... excuse me. We have a skill that is supposed to be levelable. It's Exhale, which doesn't actually exist anymore. They just haven't deleted the skill. It's not something I actively try to do, but you know, freebie is a freebie. Yes. I feel you on that. But this skill doesn't exist anymore because, as you can see, it requires 55,609 mana to use it. And you can't use it, so... And we did that whole dungeon without buffs, and we still did decent damage. Like, yeah, we had this guy in here who's an absolute beast. He was almost level 60. That was our tank. He was doing an absolute beast. Our other DPSer was 22, and it looks like he's a Frost Necro. So it looks like he still needs to get his rotation under control. So, we'll see. Alright. Let's queue for another. I love insta-queues. I don't really care for the quests. Lesser Spirit requires enchanting at 120. We'll get that pretty quick. Okay, that's me, that's them. There we go. Everybody's been buffed with my thing now. And we have the 150% more XP, which is awesome. I mean, if they're gonna give it to me, I've got the baubles, so if we complete any of these quests... 225, that one can be disenchanted. 100, that can be disenchanted. Okay. I have no idea where they're wanting us to go for all this, but... I need 12 mushrooms in order to turn in that quest. Is there any other mushrooms then? Not that I care if we complete all of the quests for in here. There we go. Straight to end boss. Yeah. That's why I'm confused on, like, this is one of those dungeons where we don't really need to worry too much about doing quests. Come on. Okay, we're just gonna target Grimlock. There we go. Pick up both of those. I think I want to go this route, and then we can go over here and grab that if necessary. But this right here gives us more damage dealt, so I like that. Alright, are we queuing for more? I don't think we are, so... Oh, okay. I am going to go ahead and abandon the quests that they just gave us, though. Okay, can't do that one. Can do this one. So here, Mage Weave, we want to hold on to. That's leatherworking, we could sell that. That's blacksmithing, we can sell that. Hold on to... Oh. Seems like somebody didn't want to do it. Alright, let's just leave group. And then we can re-queue. If we get the same group, yay. If not, then it's, you know, whatever. That group had a witch doctor, 2 witch hunters, and me. And the healer that we had, or at least one person didn't do any damage. So... Ugh. What? Y'all see that, right? Yes, I got your mail, RDK. It is in my bank right now. That was a lot more. When you said you sent me some material, I was like, cool. I was not expecting it to be that much or that high end. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I won't be able to use any of it for a good long while, but Oh, I got stunned. There we go. Looks like we have a Primalist healer, maybe? So it sounds like a DPSer, honestly. Okay. Alright, so our healer is a Witch Doctor. Our tank is a Knight of Zaroth. We have a Barbarian DPS. We have me. And we have a Primalist DPS. Come on. Oop. There we go. And I'll pick it up, why not? Not something I'm really, like, desperately after, but we're getting enough XP as it is that the quests, yes, will be good bonuses, but we want to make sure we're only picking up the quests that we can complete in said dungeon. Like this one, I believe we can get the compendium book. Yeah, it's right here. One of these books. Yeah, there we go. Alright. We gotta get mana back. And see if he's polite enough to let us turn it in. There we go. Look at that, 27 already. Ooh, that's the first purple we've gotten. This piece of gear does not give us XP. So we'll do that. See how like that one gives us XP, so I don't really want to replace that one. Alright, so everybody left. That's fine. Leave Dungy. Yes. Looks like it's a let's get dungeons done kind of day, because we are like speeding through dungeons. We're getting lots of queues from it. Typically I'm able to do like 2, maybe 3 quests depending on what I'm doing before I get another dungeon. So I wonder if Devin's gonna try and get on during the stream today. I hope so. It'd be nice to be able to play with him. He'll have to start at level 10 and we could do like mana storms or something to get him caught up level wise. Alright, so we did level. Call Lightning now reduces the remaining cooldown of Arm of Thunder by 5 seconds. Increases the damage of shock. Call Lightning now has a 15% critically strike. Increases the spell tower of Call Lightning. Interrupts movement. See, like, I like this. We're gonna go with that one first, and we'll pick up some other stuff. So now what we want to do is get it to where Call Lightning can go really quick, so that this gets a really fast cooldown. That's kind of the target that we're shooting for there. There we go. That's our 8th shell there. And now it wants us to go get Hezrul's head. This is, yeah, it's that guy right there. I was about to say, this is the one that ends up like traveling around. There we go. Now we can go turn all this in. That boss can be really difficult to get because sometimes he will wander around and somebody else will take him out and you'll have no idea because he wanders around like this whole area. And so you're like, oh my gosh. Who keeps buzzing my phone, man? Don't care. Okay. Nothing important. All spam. Okay, so it looks like we're going to turn this stuff in and then probably come up here and then over here and then back. I don't know. Like, you can see the path that it's trying to get us to do is like run down here, run over to here, run down to here, then run all the way back over, and then run over here, which makes no sense, if I'm being honest. So you're supposed to. This is supposed to be a group quest. And the reason why you're supposed to have 3 people is because, like, not only do these guys hit pretty hard, but you also, dang it, but also, the guy that spawns is pretty rough too. We're not doing enough of this dungeon to complete all of this. Like, we'll be able to get Deviant Hides, I believe, completed. But I think that's going to be it. Oh, yeah, I don't even think we're going to be able to get that. Because, like, the Ravager... Yeah, we're not going to be able to complete this. Not unless they're purposely going to go... and clear out more than we need to for this dungeon run. That's the one thing I like about these dungeons that they did, is the fact that we can now just do short runs for dungeons. You don't need to clear all of the dungeon. Like, this dungeon used to be a giant nightmare to clear because of how long it would take. Just to give you guys an idea of what we've got a cultist DPS, we've got a blood mage DPS, we've got a cultist healer, we've got a sun cleric tank, and we've got us. Okay. Leveled up again. No, I want this one. The real question is Are they going to try and do this whole dungeon, or are they just going to do this and then dip out, which means they're not going to complete even a fraction of this dungeon? Just need 2 more raptors. Okay. So, that's one quest completed. Come on! Let's go! This is the only part of the quest lines that I dislike. Oops, snap. Let's just pop that, get rid of them. I want to wait for my big spells for the boss. Ooh. I think he's the hybrid. Yeah, he's a hybrid. No? No, he's the straight spellcaster. Yeah. See, this is why I really don't like picking up every quest, because they're like, oh, there's so many things to do here, and yet we didn't do hardly any of them. We did the one that we could complete. Okay. Dungeon. Yes, we should be, what, 28 now? Yeah, 28. I see the warlord. We need to try and take out said warlord. We may have to do it in one, like, just burst. So let's get... Okay, there's 90. Where is he? Okay. So we're gonna go this, this, this. Come on, come on, come on. Let me get it off. Let me get it off. Who says you need a group? You just need one Stormbringer and a dream. Done. I mean, it was close. If I hadn't gotten that Arm of Thorum off, it would have been a done deal. Okay, now it wants us to go turn in the quest Altered Beings. This is back in town over here. Okay. There we go. Don't want that. Can open that. Can click this for more int. Click this. Ooh, got another purple. This is a level 58 sword. Twin Glaive of Eternal Slumber. Oh, that's the first one of those I've ever gotten. Twin Glaive of Vampire Council and Eternal Slumber. If you get both, your melee attacks have abilities and abilities have a 15% chance to trigger an attack with both weapons for 100% weapon damage. This cannot occur once every 10 seconds. That's pretty dope. That's the offhand one. You want the Twin Glaive of the Vampire Council for your main hand. Yeah, no, I'm not giving up the spell power and haste rating that I have on those for these two rings. Nope. I'm gonna hold on to that. Almost got to level 29. Absolutely crushing it. Okay. This can get deleted. We can sell all this. Finish turning in quests. Doing good. Doing good. I'm loving it. Stormcaller is so good, in my opinion. Like, if you're looking for a spellcaster that is just a spellcaster, they're not some fancy, you know, go out of your way kind of... Let's see, they want us to go to Thunderbluff for that, and that is in Silverpine? No thanks. In fact, I'm also going to get rid of this one. Abandon. So I'm not going back To Thunderbluff. Okay. Here we go. Let's see here. So now we're doing Ichiaki, I guess? I don't know. I don't know how to enunciate this dude's name, but that's the one that we're doing right now. And then from there, it'll probably make us come up over this way if it doesn't just tell us to go turn it in. And now we're finally having to wait for queues, which is awful. It's on the other side of this mountain. I don't know why it says it's way over there when it's not. Like, that marker is completely wrong. Like, that marker's a whole new quest area. Yeah, and see, now it wants me to go run and turn that in. I'm just gonna follow the arrow. I'm curious to know, like, why it has us going back and forth a lot, but it's not really hurting anything to do it, so might as well. Da, 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 da. I might text Devin here in a minute, see what he is doing. I know he had a work meeting, but then after that I'm not sure. Because, like, I'll stay on the Stormbringer, but I will help him. He's trying to learn how to do heals so that we can come up with a tier list for you guys on what we think the best healers are. Now, I already have my tier list made up for healing. But I'm trying to see if what I think and what he thinks kind of jives, because we do play a lot of this game together. So I am curious. In fact, let me just text him real quick. What you doing? Sul Farak, and it wants us to take out Chief Uzuker something. So I'm going to pop this while everybody goes off and doing their thing. And I'm just going to accept all of these. And I'm going to hope that we get to do them. Okay, now, just to let you guys know what's in our party here, we have a ranger, we have a cultist healer, we have a sun cleric tank, we have a pyromancer DPS, and we have us. Everybody except for the healer is higher level than me. Ya-da-da. And come on, there we go. Oh, there's our level. When your drag damage style fails to critically strike, your critical strike chances increase by 2% for 10 seconds. Taken with 5 tanks, removes this effect. No. Increases damage of your shock by 20%. Yes. Now our base shock spell does more damage. Da, da, da. Hey, thanks for the sub, Brett. Welcome to the guild, man. Appreciate it. Yes. Hide behind said rock. Please and thank you. Oh no, he's out of mana. Whew. Alright, still nothing, and we're at level 29. Great, gotta love it. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll with big pulls. Let's go. I mean, if I try and use any of my AoE abilities, I'm gonna just mass pull all of those guys. Give me my mana back. First buff. We're not doing the other guy, which is weird, but alright. Okay. Click the boss. We're throwing this. Big circly spell. Big AoE spell. Whew. Careful not to run into any of the bumps. Don't run into the graves. Oh, you. Oh, so lucky he didn't spawn more. Like, you gotta be careful when you do that, because you can actually spawn a giant group of enemies by running over those. Well, I got my AoE up. That's all I care about. I mean, we're doing really good. Like, I'm liking the speed at which this group is going. We're level 29. The end of this dungeon will probably get us to about 29 and a half. I don't know where he was trying to run off to. Da, da, da. What's up, Alex? How's it going, man? Okay. Oop. Call lightning. There we go. Shadow Priest Shez's. I don't know. Yeah. Weird name, man. Weird name. I'll just trying to level, get some stuff done today. Also trying to work on getting the healer class. If my brain would work, tier list done today too, so that I can get that up and running for everybody. Whew. I don't know if I've completed any quests for the bobblehead. I know we did at least one, and that's for the stuff that you get off the trolls. Boom! Alright, let's pop this, see how many quests we actually completed. The only one we only didn't finish one quest out of here, so that's actually really good. And it's this one right here. That's the only one we did not finish. And they're all leaving, so that's fine. We're going to abandon. And they're all leaving, so I can pop that back out. We can leave Dungy now. And there we go. I might get on after I'm done playing MC with my girls. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, let's open that up. Let's open this up. That we can get rid of. See if we can disenchant any of this. 200, 125, 150. That one we can. That can't be disenchanted, and that needs 150. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we could go with this. Resurgence. While you're below 35% health. No, I want things that give me damage. Damage. Shock now heals us. Your critical strikes with Crackle and Forked Lightning make your electrocute. Increases the healing from Invigorating Surge. Don't care about that. Thunder Ward. No. Storm Sorcery. Damage dealing with Call Lightning and Torrential Wrath now increases the critical strike chance of all spells and attacks against the target by 3% for 10 seconds. Love that. Shock to Light. Yeah, so I think we're going to go with this. Because that one I don't really care about. Plus it's a 2-minute cooldown. So this now gives us some healing. And then this will give us more crit strike chance with all of our spells. The only one we don't have to worry about is the Armathorum, because that's already a guaranteed crit by doing this one. Always critically strike, so you never have to worry about your crit strike chance. What you want to do is boost crit hit damage, so that when this thing hits, it is proccing for a ton of damage. Alright, so it says we are off to do the Angry Scythe Claws. As you can see, it's literally everywhere. However, I know that there is a little area where there's a just whole bunch of these dudes hanging out right over in, I want to say down here. No. I guess it is right over in this area. Because that's where you get the egg quest as well. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. So we're actually going to head out this direction. It's just on the other side of this watering hole, if I remember correctly. And here in a minute, excuse me, I'm going to make me some burritos here in just a minute so that we can try and eat. And then we can continue on from there. Because I am actually getting pretty hungry. So I think once we get to where I think we can go for... Actually, I'll head down here because I can get the sun scales from over here, as well as just run down a little bit more south, and we'll be able to get what you call it. There's actually a quest out over in this area called Stolen Silver, and it's in a spot where if you just run through this little area, it's a whole bunch of different sun scales. Why does it say that there's a ton of sun scales up on the top of this mountain? That's what I want to know. See, look at this. Okay. Yeah. We'll clear out this area. It won't be enough, but we'll clear out that area. Let me make some foods real quick. Luckily, I don't have to go far because I've got a microwave right here in my room. But let me make some burritos. Now would be a great time if you guys have any questions or if you have ideas for the build that I'm doing. I would love to hear those. Hey, nice job, Ryder. Finally getting some stuff up there. So yeah, give me a second while I make some burritos. If you guys have questions, hit me up with the questions. I love questions. Ugh. Okay. Do. Level 30. Love it. Let's pop our book real quick. Let's see. Overwhelming power. Increases your nature damage dealt by 10%, and your damaging spells now generate an additional 10% or 10 static for 15 seconds. So that's a thing that we need to be popping every opportunity we have. God, but what do I want to... Like, here's the deal. Like... That generates 20 static for one target. Whereas this would only be 5 if I hit one enemy with it. For now, let's move that out of the way. And what we'll do is... Should I just come up with a macro for... No. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. What's up, Than? I wouldn't know much about it being evening. It's 1:17 my time, but, good evening to you as well. Welcome back to the channel, Than. We're just taking a quick little break while I grab something to eat, because I am a wee hungry, seeing as it is 1 o'clock my time. Got us some burritos. Ugh. But while I scarf these down real quick, and we're just kind of chilling. Oh, you're in the UK. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it is getting pretty late over there. But while I'm scarfing down these burritos real quick, basically I'm just chitter-chatting and answering any questions you guys have. So if you've got questions, Than, Alex, RDK, drop them down. I'd be more than happy to answer anything you guys got. Whew. And then as soon as I get done eating, we're going to get right back into it. We've got some more of these sun scales we got to take down. We've got more dungeons that we can get through. We're halfway to max level, which is amazing. So we're like right there. We finally hit the halfway point. As far as videos go, we did drop a tank video yesterday. I'm going to try to get the Healy video out tonight. Hopefully. If not, it will come out tomorrow. I'm also still working on the 2 DPS classes and an overall for the tier list. So, you know, going from there. I'm also thinking about doing more in-depth dives into each class and doing those as like member videos. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, that's going to be on my bucket list of trying to get things done, is doing some member videos that are like deep dives into specific class builds. So I would like to know, like, what kind of builds do you guys want to see first if I go that route? So ooh, get on my fork. Let's see here. While I'm eating, we can take time to kind of look in our tree here and see if we've got any more damaging skills that are coming up. Let's see here. Start with this row here. Increases spell power, scaling of Call of Lightning and Torrential Wrath by 10%. That's actually pretty good. More spell power means more damage. Crackling Thunder grants you an additional 10% chance to refresh a charge of Crackle and Forked Lightning when you deal damage with Shock, Electrocute, and Call Lightning. So that's probably going to be the next one we put a point in, just because the more of those we get, the more Crackle and Forked Lightning we can get, which just helps us do more damage. Your Forked Lightning now marks an enemy for 6 seconds. Your Call Lightning against marked enemies deal an additional 50% damage. So these are actually really good skills right off the rip to grab that will help with Call Lightning. Lightning will now help with Thorum. So that's just more damage, more damage, more damage. Wicked Storms. Enemy is affected by your Conjure Storm. Take 10% increased nature damage. Call Storm. Or Conjure Storm, rather. Right? It said Conjure Storm? Yeah. So that's our big AoE 15-second cooldown spell that stays in one place. I wish this skill actually affected Eye of the Storm, because that one's the one that affects all enemies. Or moving targets. This like sticks to a target and will move with them. Whereas this one is just in a spot. And as you've seen, we get tanks that pull them out of my freaking AoEs for some reason. It's annoying. So that's that row. Jolt increases the critical strike chance of your electrocute. Meh. Electrocute's neat, but it's not our primary focus. Casting Crackle or Forked Lightning now increases the damage of your next shock within 8 seconds by 20%. That's actually pretty good because we cast a lot of shocks. Voltic Burst increases critical damage of your shock by 50% and critical strike chance by 3%. So these two actually pair really nice to each other. Dark Skies, when you direct damage spell fail to critically strike, your critical strike chance is increased by 2% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Critical strike removes this effect. This just makes it to where we're constantly going to be critically striking. If you have enough critical strike chance to where you're critical striking without this skill, this is a wasted skill. Do not get it if you have a high enough critical strike chance. Cool? Alright, great. Dropping down another row, we have Living Coil. Increase the critical strike chance of your Body of Lightning. Oh, that's this one. Meh. I wouldn't go that route. Lightning Cage. Cage yourself in lightning, generating 50 static, but reducing your movement speed by 75% for 15 seconds. For the duration, you deal 20% increased damage with shock, call lightning, and crackle, and their range is increased by 15 yards. This is a great one to pop during boss fights. If you know you do not need to move, and you are wanting to push your damage to the next level up, this is a fantastic skill to do it. It is not a skill to use if you need to be moving around a lot, because this will get you killed. Thunder Wave. Damage dealt by your Conjure Storm has a 10% chance to transform your next Conjure Storm into Thunder Wave for 10 seconds. Thunder Wave. Bring lightning down upon an enemy and up to 8 enemies within 6 yards of them, dealing 286 arcane damage and granting you Executioner. Executioner. Your critical strikes with Crackle and Forked Lightning make your next Electrocute within 10 seconds usable regardless of the target's health. Awesome. This is actually a really good passive because now Conjure Storm, just by using Conjure Storm, it's going to morph it into the Thunder Wave. Thunder Wave is going to do way more damage, and it scales with any modifiers we get with Call Lightning, and we're already trying to modify Call Lightning anyway, so that's awesome. Violent Monsoon makes your Conjure Storm instant, and damage dealt is now applied. If I could read. Damage dealt by it now applies Violent Monsoon to enemies caught in the storm for 4 seconds. Movement speed reduced by 50%. That's actually a really good one. If we want to make this an instant cast versus taking 1.91 seconds. And it just helps us get more damage out there. Stormy Days. Critical strikes with Forked Lightning now reduce the cooldown of Conjure Storm by 2 seconds. So, personally, I like this one better than this one. But they're both really good. Thundershocker. Damage dealt by your Call Lightning now has a 30% chance to deal an additional 20% of its damage to the target as arcane damage. Meh. Uncaged Lightning reduces the cooldown of your Lightning Cage by 30 seconds and its movement speed slow reduction on you by 40%. Again, meh. I do like the increased damage, though. Or, no, that's cooldown, not damage. Never mind. I think it used to be damage. Storm Rage. Increase the duration of your overwhelming power by 5 seconds and now increases nature damage dealt by an additional 10%. Overwhelming power? Okay, nope. Oh, this one right here. The one that takes 1.5 minutes. Actually, if that's the case, we can just leave that there. I didn't realize that this was a 1.5-minute cooldown. So what that does is it increases the duration by 5 seconds, and it also increases the damage it does by an additional 10%. So that's good. Lightning Rod. Your direct critical strikes now refresh the charge of Crackle and Forked Lightning. Lightning Rod refreshes a charge of Crackle. Whew, that was toasty. We drop down one more row. Thorm's Fury. Instant cast, 2-minute cooldown, become charged with lightning, increasing damage dealt by body of lightning by 100% for 12 seconds. Your direct critical strikes increase the duration of this effect and an active body of lightning on you by 1 second. I don't think that's the way I would want to go with that. Unbound Lightning. Your direct damage spells now have a 50% chance to strike the target with an additional bolt of lightning, dealing 164 nature damage. I like that because it's a passive. You don't have to worry about casting anything. Lord of Lightning. This is a 2-minute cooldown, instant cast, increases the damage dealt by forked lightning and crackle by 30% for 15 seconds, and allows Electrocute to strike 3 additional enemies. While active, Electrocute refreshes the cooldown of crackle and forked lightning. Honestly, I would go with this one here, Unbound Lightning. Fusion, casting Crackle and Forked Lightning now reduces the cooldown of your Thorm's Fury by 3 seconds and Body of Lightning by 1 second. That's good if I'm trying to cast those repeatedly. Destructive Force increases your critical damage by 20% and your damage and critical strikes now generate 5 static. So that's actually the better one out of so far the 2 that we've read, because this gives us more critical damage, and we know that we can automatically critical strike now with the Arm of Thorum every single time we cast it, and we already have a way to get it to cool down faster, so that's fine. This is just going to allow us to hit it even harder and generate 5 static just by using it. Thorum's Rage. Your Arm of Thorum leaves a patch of disintegrated earth under the enemy, dealing an additional damage equal to 30% of its initial damage dealt to all enemies over 6 seconds, and healing you equal to 100% of the damage dealt. What makes me mad is this used to be up here in this area. It didn't have the healing, so that's new, but it did have the AoE ability to it. So it's frustrating that that's now down there, and that Thorum is single target until you decide to go here with your capstone. I wouldn't go here with my capstone. I would go here with my capstone. Rolling Thunder, your direct damage, nature damage dealt now reduces the cooldown of Lord of Lightning by 2 seconds. This effect can occur once every half a second. Man, it's this 2-minute cooldown. So you can get it to cool down pretty quickly if you want to go that route. I'm going to do Unbound Lightning, and then I'm going to do Destructive Force. Because I want this to be an absolute boss melter. I want to be able to hit this thing and hit a boss so hard, they just drop. So my focus is going to be basically just going down this tree. But like, if you really want to do it, so like, we go, what's it called? Call Lightning, right? Yeah. So I go Call Lightning. Every one of these boosts Call Lightning, right? So those are the ones that you want to focus on if we want to try and get Call Lightning. And then if I go Arm of Thorum, that's the only one that says that it boosts Arm of Thorum. But actually, if you read this, this will affect the Arm of Thorum too. So this should have a little thing on it. But if we wanted to boost Arm of Thorum, we've got these 3 here, and then it says do that one right there, right? And then we go back to Call. And see, honestly, if we don't want to go that route, we could go this route, right? And still pick up all of these others that are going to increase Call Lightning. And like this one right here, that's one that we want. This one is what it's saying that we want. I don't like the fact that it's a 3-minute freaking cooldown though. So there's your Call Lightning increases that we can focus on. So I highly recommend, if you find a skill on any build that you're trying to do, and you're like, I love this spell, how can I make it more powerful? Type it here and see what gives it bonuses. It's that simple. So I have an idea of how we're going to be building our guy now. Almost done with the burrito, guys. I'm so sorry. I just got so freaking hungry. And if I wasn't trying to do like a really long stream today, like try and actually get to the 4-hour mark, then yeah, I would 100% have just been like, oh, we've got, 4 40 minutes left on a 2-hour stream, I'll just suck it up before I go eat. But I was getting to the point where I really needed to eat. Whew. All right. Let's get back to it, shall we? Dungeon Finder, let's take out some raptors. Whew. I'm still a little hungry, but that took the edge off. These guys are not giving me feathers. Do I just need the one feather? Was that all I needed? Oh, it says I'm at 80%. I'll tell you what. Let's abandon that quest. Let's abandon this one. Alright, let me see where it's trying to take me, because I'm confused. Hush, phone. Whee! Okay. I need to go, nope, I need to go north this way. Because I have 3 feathers, and it says place at a scythe claw nest. And it says that there should be some nests right up over here. And see, this is where I was trying to go originally. Because, like, look at how many things are over here. Like, that's a lot of dudes. And it's got the, nests anyway that I needed. Okay. We're gonna put a feather there. Then we gotta do one over there and one over there. There we go. And then this one. About to be level 31 too. And here. And then we can run down to do the Lost in Battle and Stolen Silver. So we can turn all that in too. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Really? Consumed by hatred. Says it's the next logical quest is over here. My thing though is it would be easier to come over here because they're already, maybe because we can only do part of it here and then it wants us to go over here to complete the other part. Maybe, I don't know. What do I need over here? Oh, just tusks? Bruh, alright. Whew. 15 of 60. Like I said, I know it wants me to come over here to do it, but I'm actually going to run over this way because there's a whole bunch of them to here. Plus, there's the stolen silver quest that way. So I think that would actually be better for us. So that's where I'm going. Whew. By the way, if you've got mining, this is a good area to mine tin, because there is tons of tin and copper out this way. Every once in a while, you'll get lucky and find a silver vein, too. And see, I'm just going to keep heading this way and taking out some guys while I do it to go get the silver quest done too. Bye! really wish my eye would stop twitching. It's a lot less than it was the last couple days. Last couple days, man, my eye has just been like, and it's like, gah. Well, Tank said no. Interesting. Yeah, it's right here. Cool. Yeah, we already did this one. Can I do the missions again? No, nope, just Godzilla. So, we've got a cultist healer and a Knight of Zeroth tank. So, just doing these dungeons, I have decided that I think a lot of people are super happy with cultist healers. Because we've played, almost every dungeon we've done now has been a cultist healer. So I wonder if the meta has shifted away from the Venomancer healer. Because I've been doing a lot of dungeons and I have not seen another Venomancer healer. So I am starting to be convinced that Venomancer is not the meta healer anymore. If that's something that you guys are trying to get under control, is the meta healing, it may become the cultists. Oh, I didn't know we could do this. Oh, good. They're going for that guy. So, yeah, I'm definitely grabbing that quest then. Bobblehead. Oh, I've already grabbed it. Okay, good. Most people don't go for this boss. This is awesome. Yeah. Okay, all of my big stuff is up, so we can AoE the snot out of these guys. That's fine. That's fine. I tell you what, that Templar that we have, I think that's a Templar. Yeah, we have a Templar in our party, and the dude is absolutely wrecking. Dang it. I tried. Okay, let's pop the bobblehead. Let's turn in the bobblehead. And then we'll continue on. Look at that. Almost 32. And we just hit 31. Oh, I love it. I love how fast you can level in this game. And then just like how different each class really gets, right? They can go start the next thing. I'm gonna take out this guy. That was not what I wanted. Oh, and now he healed. That's a Rune Master. So we have a Rune Master, Knight of Zeroth, Cultist, and a Templar. Yeah, that Templar is level 52, and he is dominating. Man, we get to fight bigger boss guys. This is actually really good. Like, it looks like we're not doing a whole lot of damage right now. I mean, technically we're not. But with this many melee people, it's very hard, especially since they are 53, 52, 38, it looks like. It's really hard for me to hit hard enough. It's hard for me to hit hard enough on people that are that high level. They're definitely going to be in way better gear than I am, because I'm still wearing my non-account gear, so I'm lacking in quite a bit of damage, honestly. But the fact that if I can get my rotation going and get my stuff up, we do considerable damage. It's good. I like it. Let's see, on single target, like, look at that. All of them. And, like, the healer is kicking absolute booty. Ha-ta-ta! Oh, he's just yanking everybody. Alright. And of course, again, we pulled him out of my AoE. I really don't understand why we would pull them out of the AoE. I want to hit you with this. Hit you with this. And this. And there's level 32. Absolutely crushing it. GG's, everyone. Good job. Hint. Leave dungeon. Yes, leave dungeon. Click this. Wind Ride. You call upon the wind to bring a friendly party or raid member to your location. Why are they... Oh, they're not living. I'm not sure what happened. So I don't need to take out all these guys. It's actually, I just need to get all the way back here to one particular raptor. So what I'd like to try and do, this is easier when you have a character that has stealth, is to come over here. Let's delete this one. Get rid of that one. There we go. And then we can grab our box. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, now we've got the tusks that we need to take care of. And we're basically halfway done with that quest too. Okay. Okay. Hey, buddy. Good luck. Alright. We can find another group. We've got... What is that? 28 levels left to go. $28 more levels, and we hit level 60. Doesn't sound like a lot, but now that we're only getting like one level every couple of dungeons, it makes it a little bit more difficult, especially as a DPS, because we're having to sit here and wait for dungeons to pop. We needed to give us more tusks than just one per takedown. I think the most per takedown you can get is, what you call it? Why is my brain not taking? It was two. I don't know why my brain just was like, nah, we don't want to cooperate. Okay, come on. Let me out! Holding on one deeps. Ugh, this one again? Really? '54 cultist healer, level 20 Reaper tank. We have a level 20 ranger and a level 37 Stormbringer, and then us. Question is what type of Stormbringer is he? Good one. Jeez. At level 20? Yeah? Look at that. Flux Arc. I don't know what that is. We be lacking, my guy. The heck is Flux Arc? I don't know what Flux Arc is. I'll have to look that one up. But that's what it says he's getting damage from. Oh, well, he's like ahead of me in levels. Never mind. I thought he was behind me in levels, and I was like, bruh, how is he doing that much more damage than me? This tank seems to be holding his own too. They're going the same way we just went for the other run. And unfortunately, we're not going to get any real good bonus XP. Okay. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Ooh. That was about to be bad. I was about to go run right into that group. That would have been freaking terrible. Oh, well, I guess not. Oh, first purple drop that wasn't in a box. There we go. Now we can just wait down here for this. This other storm guy is not that far ahead of us, and he's doing some considerable damage. Fort Lightning, sure. Increases your spell haste by 3%, and electrocution now electrocute. Now causes electrocute to trigger no cooldown or call lightning. I like that one better. Come on. Come on. Okay, hit you, hit you. We'll throw Thorum first. Then we throw this. Then we can get that up. Surge again. Whew. Level 33. Okay. Leave dungeon. Yes. All right. Oh, I need you back out. Really wish Devin would get on. Okay. It is getting super hot in here, but I have no idea how to change the AC in this room. Pick up this shiny on the ground. Get the shiny on the ground. Okay. That guy didn't give us any tusks. Okay. $44. Need 16 more. Alright. Down. He didn't give us any either. Punk. Leave party. Whew. Okay. Ten more. What? Stop hiding from me. Bruh. That's like 3 in a row that didn't give us any tusks. It's like, come on, man. 7 more. Five more. Four. Three. Still 3. One, because we got lucky on that one. Still 1. There we go. And it still wants us to continue going for the egg quest. Jeez Louise. This we'll put right there. Blacksmithing, don't need. That's an enchant thing that can go down there. We've got some wool. Quite a bit of it, actually. Yeah. I tell you what, let's run up to this town real quick. We're not going to select any of the missions. I just want to be able to empty my inventory. Let's do some profession work real quick. See what we can get and do, and then we'll continue on with our questing from there. Blood shards, we can actually turn these in for a thing here in a minute, so I'm going to hold on to these. That's a quest item. Sellable, sellable. Blacksmithing, don't need. Okay. Oop. I just saw this. That's also blacksmithing. There we go. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, it is getting like super, super hot in this room, man. crazy. Okay. This could not be disenchanted, so there we go. Pop him out. And then throw all this in there. Boom, there we go. Okay. Da, 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 da. That can go in there. This I'm just holding on to. That can go in there. Quest item, gotta hold on to that. Those I'm holding on to. Okay. So let's put this back where it goes. Let's put this back where it goes. And then let's do some tailoring. Oh, we can do silk now. Nice! Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. We're about to skip silk altogether, I think. Let's finish creating all this, all the wool that we can make, and then we'll do the silk cloth. Try and get these professions up. And the thing with the professions, you know, and like I was saying when we go live with this, we are going to be focused on professions for our main character because that's what's going to give us better enchants, better gear, higher rated gear early on. You know, yes, we'll have access to our heirloom armor off the rip, which is going to be great. So we'll always be able to do that very quickly. The benefit to doing professions, though, is these here. To where when we can get to the Frostweave gear, whether we're crafting Frostweave gear or not, when we're wearing things that are not heirloom pieces of gear like this right here, if this is considered a silk cloth gear set, then I can use the silk cloth upgrade to make this slightly better. And you get all the way up to the top tier gear, that's Frostweave, you can do the exact same thing. And we were able to get to 142 by just making bolts of silk. Had all that silk that we were able to make about 2 1/3 stacks of silk bolts with it. Yeah, okay. And then, how much gold do I got? I got 15 gold. It takes 25 to buy this last slot. See? Don't quite have that yet. It's fine. Alright, so inside here, we could create a bunch of those. These are wool. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't really want to do the upgrade kits just because that doesn't really help us. I want to do these because doing gear allows me to disenchant it so that I can get more disenchanting materials, so that here in a minute we can just spend the last little bit of our time today working solely on enchanting and getting that up as high as we can. Okay, then we're gonna go here. Blue dye, so we just need to buy some blue dye. Yeah. Blue dye. Do you sell it? No. There is a stable masters, definitely not the innkeeper. I think it's inside here. Butcher. Tailoring. You sell blue dye, yes? There. That's 50. We're able to make exactly 22 of the hoods. Now these hoods are actually really good for our class if we didn't have account bound gear, because they give you 8 intellect. And every time we craft one, like this one right here, 8 intellect plus an additional 5 intellect, right? Like, why not? This one is 8 intellect plus 3 intellect plus 3 stamina. So that gives us more intellect, more health, right? And so this is why crafting can be so much more beneficial. That turned green. I'd rather stick to this. But like, this is 9 intellect and 6 spell power for a chess piece, right? I think I'll show you guys what the crafting kits do. So we'll make one of these as soon as it pops up. I'll use up a little bit of materials to show you. Okay. And then if I come up here and I make one of these, right? So this is 944 with 6 spell power. Now it is 1044 with 7 spell power. So you see how that can be the different, like, that could get us to the next tier in damage, right? Or if we were a healer, that would get us into the next tier of healing. And you guys won't be able to see that very well because of the chat bar. Oh, no, you guys can see it. That's fine. It gets shunted over to the side. But yeah. So, I mean, like, that's what I'm talking about when I say that crafting is absolutely fundamental if you're wanting to push the top tier damage. Plus, like, look, this is a item level 30. This is an item level 31 by using that. Right? Now, granted, I should have used it on this one. This one would have been better for us to get that extra intellect, extra spell damage, more, like, just, you know. And this one's got haste rating, so that one's still better than the one that has spirit and spell healing because I'm not a healer, right? And having intellect on a healer, not all that great sometimes. Sometimes, depending on the type of healer you are, intellect is pretty good. But just, you know, take it for what it is. And by the way, we are now at 174. I don't think we can get higher than 174 though, right this second. Artisan. Yeah, we can get to 200. And then we got to be level 35, which is in 2 levels. So I'm not worried about that yet. But that will allow us to get to max on there. And let's create it all on here. See, like this one, 6 int and 8 spell power. So if we were having to craft gear for ourselves, these Azure Silk outfits, the hood, the vest, the pants, those are good for our character. Look at that. Crit strike rating. The spirit, terrible. But we just crafted another one, and that one gave us spirit and spell penetration. So terrible pants for both of them. So, you know, all in all, we would have gotten a really good helmet. Personally, I would have just gone with this one versus the one with the extra health, because this gives us more int gives us more damage. So this is why I would go with this one. And then, you know, this one right here with the spell damage, or we could go with the haste rating. This one gives us mana per second, which is math for us. So yeah, I would take the haste rating over the spell damage, unless I've got plenty of haste, in which case, then yeah, I would take spell damage over haste. It just depends on where your stats are that you're looking to try and complete, right? So there's that. Did that give us anything else to learn? No. But we got up to 177 on tailoring. So we still need more silk, is where we're at on that. But now we can disenchant. I do want to check something. No, I sold it. Never mind. I was going to try and do, like, disenchant, or keep one of these, and then enchant it with something, and then try and use one of the... Well, I can still do it. We'll keep the last pants real quick, just so we can see if that's what actually needs to happen to make the enchant ones go up, or if it's you need to enchant Vellum, and then enchant, or upgrade that particular one. So, like, if I go to enchants, right? Oh, I didn't get any of those. Okay. Summon you. And we're just gonna obliterate all of our enchanting materials real quick. Because I'm going to try... Oop, not that. That stays down in here. I'm going to try to get all of this unenchanted, or disenchant all of it, rather. That's the true silver, that's a golden rod. So those are like the next few rods that I need. There we go. Okay, so enchant. We can pull this up. Minor impact for our weapon. Why not? And then we still have these pants right here. So what I want to do is... I don't have anything for pants. Dang. Oh well. Do I have... Yes. Okay. So let's do this real quick. Real fast. I'm going to make... Nope, I need a chest piece. Well, cape works too. Right? I do have an enchant for capes, right? Cloak. Yeah. Yeah, that should work. So let's test this out real quick. Right here, we can do this right here. So create that. Right? Then we go to enchant. Ooh. I'm gonna make one of these. Enchant chest with health. This is gonna give it 5 more health. And then I should be able to use this to upgrade it. And it doesn't work. Yep, I have no idea. Enchanting is still very potent. I just don't understand why I can't get this to work. So, it's whatever. Alright, shield we don't have. Weapon with striking. No, minor impact is way better. Because striking is just 1 point of damage. So, we're going to go ahead and use this to get our enchanting up for now. We have a shield, so we can use this if necessary to use stamina. $114. That was 117. There's 120. This is going to be 123. Here's 126. There we go. Let's pull the book. Move that over. Now we can do boots with more stamina. And actually, before I do that, let's go see what all we can disenchant now that we're above 125. $150, $175, $125 right there. This is the unfun part, though, of doing professions. Like, I'm not gonna lie, professions can get very unfun very quickly. 150, 225, 175, cannot be disenchanted, cannot be disenchanted. 175, 200, 175, 150, 150, 150, 200. 125. I'm going to hold on to that shield just so that I have something that I can use shield enchants on if I have to get levels. Alright, boots. We're going to get to or try to get to 150 by doing this. $35. This is going to use up so much of my strange dust. $41. Like, I might have to play with Devin on this character just so that I can get materials back up. There's 150. Alright, so let's move you over. Grab the book again. Now we can enchant Golden Rod. That's the easiest one to do. We need one iridescent pearl. And we do not have an iridescent pearl. That sucks. What else do we need? Soul dust, we've got greater astral essences, we've got those. So we don't want to use these. We don't want to use soul dust. We need an iridescent pearl. We're going to have to go buy one of those. So I want to put this back in, this back in. We're done with wool. That's sellable. And the golden rod. That can go in. Right? Yeah, because the only other thing is the silver rod, which we already have. Okay. The reason why I wanted to put that up is so I don't accidentally use those materials while I'm trying to level. But see, like, how that needs greater, this needs greater in soul dust. This just needs soul dust. So, we don't want to use up all of our soul dust, right? But we can grab up these 2 stacks of soul. Because for the golden rod, all we need is 2. That's 6 over there. I'm going to get on but run on my necro and get some more rune cloth for my enchanting. Okay. What do you need rune cloth for enchanting on? I mean, I take your word at it. I haven't maxed out enchanting in a long, hot minute, but I can't remember what you would need that for. To replace striking with striking, even though that's dumb, because that says lesser impact, not striking. Here's 156. We still need to disenchant as much as we can over here, but I'm seeing how high I can get before we got to do that. Okay, that's soul dust, strange dust. We want to do strange dust first. More minor stamina. That's 165. I want to do my best to try to get to 175. I'm at the point where you need rune cloth armor to upgrade my enchanting. Oh, okay. I'm at the point where I need more materials, and I really like. Maybe you can answer this, Alex. What about the vellum? Are we able to get vellum in this? Because I thought that was an inscription thing, and I have not been able to find anyone that sells vellum. Because that would make enchants a lot easier, I think. That's 71. Mage Weave is not... oh. Yeah. I don't know if they even have vellum in the game. I have not been able to find any vellum. So, 174, we just need one more. This is for bracers. Do I got some bracers over here I can use this on? That's hands. No. Oh, well, it's 1 stamina to 3 stamina. I'm fine with that. For a second, I thought I was going to get rid of the spell power. That's why I was like, no. Ooh. Still didn't get the upgrade. Come on. There we go. 177. All right, let's pop our book. Waste all of our gold. Pull up enchanting again, and look at this. Now we just need more soul dust for lesser stamina on boots again. Oh, but we need the golden rod, and we can't get it without buying the iridescent pearl. Okay, all this needs golden rod. Okay, so let's see if we can disenchant any of this. We should be able to disenchant quite a bit of this. And then we will go to the auction house real fast in Orgrimmar. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Alex. I think that came out with inscription. And if it did, then that's not even until Mist of Pandaria. So I'm kind of hoping that it is not the case. That there is a vellum vendor somewhere. I just haven't found it. $200 can't be disenchanted. 150. Getting dream dust. We don't need dream dust, but that's okay. Well, we don't need it yet. We will eventually need it. I do want to see how a necro would work in... Oh, Mist of Pandaria. Oh yeah, absolutely. I want Mist of Pandaria to come out because I want to make a giant fat panda. Like, that would be my goal. But who knows? Alright, so I think for my agenda, what I'm going to do, guys, is we are going to finish disenchanting this stuff. We're going to put everything up that we can't. Right? I loved the pandas. Like, I know that there are a lot of people out there that are like, oh my god, pandas are so unlore friendly. I don't care. You also can't tell me that the pandas didn't come out in absolute not reverence, but like they were definitely designed and came out because of the Kung Fu Panda movie. Like, anybody that says otherwise does not understand the correlation between those two. Because that is 1,000% what happened. Alright, just for giggles, let's see if there was anything else I could learn. No. Alright, so let's go... There's a flight master right over here. Let's take the flight point back to Orgrimmar. Let's go see what it takes to get one of those iridescent pearls. Oh, is it? Really? I remember that was like the complaint when the Mists of Pandaria came out, was that the pandas were not lore friendly. There was like, let me take that back. The only panda, quote unquote, that anyone has ever seen prior to Mists of Pandaria was Thunderbrew. I forget what his first name was, but his last the last part of him was Thunderbrew, and he was in Warcraft 2, I think. It was 2 or 3. There's a cutscene with him in it. And that was like the only thing. Nice. Nice. There's a part of me that's sitting here going like professions are going to be pointless for when the server goes live, but at the same time it like gives me that idea of like what it's going to take to get it maxed out when the server goes live. But this is why I keep trying to tell my friend too, tell Devin that when the server goes live, we're both going to have to pick professions that A, complement each other, but B, complement the character that we're leveling. And so like we can't both be doing tailoring enchanting because it won't work, right? What you ideally want to have is one person do tailoring enchanting and the other person do like mining blacksmith so that they can make the rods that you need for enchanting. Plus everything they make that they don't want to wear, they'd give to the enchanter to disenchant. And then once you get up high enough into enchanting to where you don't need the lower tier stuff in enchanting, you sell that on the auction house. You know. But yeah. A rune true silver rod. I gotta make the gold one. I don't even know what you need for the true silver rod. I know for me, I need an iridescent pearl and I have everything to make the golden rod. But I'm going to see how much that costs, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and call it because I am burning up in this room. It's insane how much heat my computer puts off. Plus the fact that it's hot outside and I'm technically in a garage that doesn't have 100% working AC. So I have a fan trying to blow on me, and it is not keeping up, buddy. Not at all. Plus, we're at 3 hours. We've gotten a lot done today. We went from level... level 20 to 33, so we gained 13 levels doing dungeons today. No, 25 to 33, so almost 10 levels today. Hello. Browse. Pearl. There is no iridescent... Oh, wait. Nope, here we go. 7 gold. Dang, I'm just shy. That sucks. I need the rune golden rod. Black pearl. Vision dust, greater mystic essence, and a true silver rod. I think somebody gave me extra true silver rod. Silver, golden. Oh, no, they only gave me 1 true silver rod. I was going to say, if I had an extra one. But, yeah, I'm just shy of having enough gold to get the iridescent pearl. So I guess we'll do it next time. Because we'll need to get some more gold. Or actually, we can just do this. And then fly back. Because I guarantee you we'll get... at least 1 gold by turning in all these quests that we have at Razor Hill, or not Razor Hill, but Crossroads. See, now we have exactly enough to get the iridescent pearl that we need. And then we just come run over here. Plus we got a level. More stuff to disenchant. There we go. Now we're up to 9 gold. So let's take the Flightmaster again back to Orgrimmar, and let's go buy that iridescent pearl. Then we can make our gold runed rod, and then we'll be good to go. The other thing they need to add from, I think it was Wrath of the Lich King. It was either that or Mist of Pandaria. But alchemy, getting those trinkets for maxing out alchemy. Oh, you didn't have to do that, Alex. I appreciate it, though. Alchemy had a trinket that only alchemists could get. And there was like 4 different ones, because there was one for a tank, one for healers, one for int-based DPS, and one for like agility-based DPS. I really appreciate it though, Alex. Thank you. But yeah, so I wish we had access to those. Jewel crafting. Yeah, I think so too. I just can't remember because I know it came out. Yeah, I think it was right at the start of Mist of Pandaria, because they towards the mid to end of Pandaria they added the jewel crafting mounts. No, no, it was before Kata. It was definitely before Kata, because Kata brought out the legendary weapons. Or, no, the legendary cloaks was Kata. The legendary weapons was the Legion. The one that brought out the Demon Hunter was the legendary weapons. And then after that, I kind of gave up. So, like, I played all the expansions except for the current one. The current one is the only one I have not touched, like, at all. Oh. Then we go Pearl. Iridescent Pearl. They've got one for $7.75. Buy up. Okay. I'm going to be super mad if this is not the pearl it's telling me I need. So enchanting, I know we need the goldenrod, we needed soul dust, we needed greater essence. Yay! And then we'll do more of these enchants let's see. Yeah, tomorrow morning when I get on. I have all the jewel crafting mounts on my DK. Nice! Nice. Yeah. There's so many good things, like leatherworking in Warlords of Draenor, whatever. They got a mount for leatherworkers. That was pretty dope, because prior to that, leatherworking was kind of dumb for a good long while. I mean, it was just... At a certain point, it was like every class was getting... Or every profession was getting a mount, or... What, grinding for the mounts, or grinding... Because I can imagine. I tried... I think I spent a month and a half working with guildies trying to get the shield crafting mount and just could not do it. God dang, I already got stuff that has to be level 300 to get. Okay, do that. Boom. Alright. And there we go. That is where we will end it today. I'm going to just stand here inside this inn so that we get rested XP. We will be back tomorrow, guys. It will be 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time, because I'm here in Oklahoma. Because I also have to be at work tomorrow, sadly. But, yeah, so that is where we will be tomorrow if you guys want to watch. But yeah, other than that, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Alex, again, thank you for all the gold and help and whatnot. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I will message you when I have a few minutes so that you and I can chit chat off camera, if you want and if you have time. Yeah, I was trying to use guildies to help me do it, and it still took forever, and I think I got one. And that was because one of the guildies took pity on me and gave me the stuff I was missing so that I could get the one mount. But yeah, I will message you when I have a few minutes of free time, because I still got to get with my friend Devin so that we can try to narrow down the Healy list so that I can work on that video tonight and have it up tomorrow. But yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. It was good seeing you, guildies. Peace out.